Here we go.
Good morning, everybody. It's your man, my George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bobby Talk, coming to you live in my office. I'm sitting in my office right now. This is my little office. It was actually one of my brother's room. My brother, my nephew used to share this room, and it's been, it was always a place for a lot of my family members who, come visit, a place to stay, to sleep, to rest, spend time. But now it's my office. I have my desk here, a little stuff here and there. You can sit here echo because it's bouncing off. There's not a lot of stuff in here. So maybe in the future I might add some more stuff in here. It takes time because, like I said again, I'm not a wealthy man. So, folks, if you follow me on my content, especially on YouTube, my channel hit 5,000 subscribers just about a couple of days ago. And that's a blessing. 5,000, that's pretty good, I think, for especially the content I work on, where it focuses more on women's bodybuilding, female bodybuilding in general. If I say female bodybuilding, most definitely the women all together. It took a time. I started this several years ago. I was taking care of my mom, and I found it's an outlet to help with my mindset and do what I need to do. And I appreciate y'all, the men and the women who follow my content, especially you ladies. I enjoyed the opportunity to interview with y'all, even to meet some of y'all in person. It's just, for me, this is a great experience doing this content. And again, it gives me a purpose. And like I said, after my mom passed, it's going to be next month, at the end of June, it's going to be 6 years. And, it wasn't just at Mother's Day just about a week or so ago when my mother's birthday was just, today's the 16th, and it was a month my mother's birthday was. And I didn't really do much that day because, you know what, I celebrated enough of her. So I still remember my mom. She was a great lady. So I want to thank you all out there. And also, I appreciate your support. But the main reason I'm on this for because I got a gift. A friend of mine, a lovely lady I had the pleasure of meeting, and even getting meeting with her. I think pro Eunice Martinez Kitchen, my sister Eunice. I got the pleasure of meeting her finally in person when we went to Tampa last year. And we've been on and off, talking and stuff like that. She's been guest on quite a few of my lives. Really I shoot out her company Bad Rap, Also, one thing I really owe Eunice for is this little thing. It's my magazine that Andrea Shaw signed for me. You guys know my interviews always have to bring it out. And this is for me, it's a feather in my cap. I still say, George, you are the best. Your support means the world to me. See you soon, and sending you love, Andrea Shaw. I shouldn't be crying. I'm not crying. My eyes are sweating. But she's a beautiful lady, Andrea Shaw. And you know what? I appreciate the little gift stuff I got over time. One of these things is, this hat that Eunice gave me when I was in Tampa, helping her with the booth. Shout out to her and Jolene. Jolene is a great lady. I hope we might see her compete sometime soon. I know she's, it was an amazing opportunity. And also for me, being there in Tampa and getting to meet quite a few of the women and the men in the sport of bodybuilding, and even meeting the legend, David Lee Roth. God, I would never met that man in my lifetime. That's the biggest celebrity I ever met in my life. David Lee Roth, come on. I grew up in the 80s. I remember Van Halen, not Van Hagar. I remember the song Jump, Run of the Devils, Hot for Teacher, and even stuff after he left Van Halen. Hey, it was a great opportunity to meet Mr. Roth, Diamond Dave, as they call him. But anyway, shout out to Eunice. But back to this. Shout out to Bad Rap, Eunice, Jolene. I got a little package. I ordered something last month, but it took some time for it to get here. And I just got it today. The mailman dropped it out at the house. I opened it already. And, it looks like... There's an episode of, you remember Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, in that part where he's kicking the box around. But it looks like it's been through hell and back, but everything was together. So I ordered a few things from Bad Rap. And a couple of things I have here. First thing I'm gonna pull out here is some patches. And they, one goes bad rap fueled, and I appreciate that. And also the other patch, it's in here. Wait a minute, give me a second. I had it here for a second. Give me a second. I had it. I think I might have left it in my room because I was going through stuff. But there's another patch that says bad rap strong, but I might have left it in my room. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry because I got this little letter. And before I show the other stuff, I want to read this letter. And I'm getting old now, folks. My eyes are not like it used to be when I was a younger man. And I want to read this letter from my friend. It says, "My brother." I call my sister because she's only she's about the same age as my second older sister Jean, and she's a little younger than my older sister Betty. Tomorrow, my sister Betty's birthday. She's gonna be 68. So the letter says, "Thank you for your patience and all your support. The most joyful part of this venture has been the people I have met and the new friends that I have made throughout this bad rap journey. You are truly a blessing and a miracle in my life. And you are the best, George. I hope you like your personalized towel," because I got a little towel. "It took a little longer than I thought, and the weather was bad that I did not want to get drenched going to pick it up. LOL, I might melt." "And your new cap is made to last, and it says and your very views. The spelling line. I think she said is that a V or a Y? Fits you. I think it fits you. Lids warm on cooler days. Okay, and have a great week. Enjoy. Love you, Eunice." I feel so special. She had the Wonder Woman moniker. Wonder Woman. She's a Wonder Woman. So first here, I want to show you my new cap. It's a nice new cap. It's a little bit. It's leather. Like it's tougher than leather. And like that. It's something I could probably wear. Like maybe in the summertime. When I go out, I wear this, and I got the new logo. It's tougher than leather, that's what I am. That's what I mean. But the thing, which is the personal towel. I got a towel. And I got a towel. Yeah. It is, bad rap journey, and on it here. If you see it, all the rage, George. Yeah. I mean, this is nice. It's like, it's nice, real nice. It's got a nice, see, these are towels that she gave out for the ladies in the Triple O Dynasty. Shout out to Andrea and Cindy Gillen. Also, he has the bad rap moniker logo. It's the Own Your Journey bad rap. As you know, the moniker is big and defined, ripped and pumped, and we got like a rip part. And I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful. She took the time out to, put my name on it, and this is the second towel I had. I remember I got a towel. One of the girls who stands the club used to work at had a birthday party. She passed out towels. I still got that towel from that birthday party. And that's been a little over 10 years ago since that birthday party. And I still have that towel. I always like anything. I got a little bit of my mother's in me. I'm a pack rat. I got that little bit in me because I keep things, and I love this. I want to thank you, Eunice. I love you. Shout out to you, Mr. Willie. You took care of me when we were always there. We got to eat, enjoy ourselves, and talk, and just share our experiences. Jolene, we sat and talked. She's a really cool lady. I hope we do see her. Maybe think about competing sometime soon. I think she looks really good. I met her husband Rick, who's a pretty cool guy. Shout out to Mr. Rick. shout out to the people I got to meet while I was there. My man David, can't forget my man David. He tagged me in some of his videos when he was at the New York Pro last weekend. Pittsburgh Pro is going on this weekend. I will post some stuff, later on. I mean, when I ever go to Pittsburgh, again, here's my stance. If you don't have women's bodybuilding, you're not promoters supposed that division, I'm not going to go. No offense to those other divisions, but women's bodybuilding is the architect division. It started all for all the other women. The men already had their division in the men's bodybuilding, but it wasn't for women's bodybuilding. We didn't have fitness, figure, physique, I wouldn't so much say wellness and bikini and fit model. With those first two, they were brought in, and they really kind of formatted along with the sport. And if I'm not a fan of fit model, excuse me. It's no offense to those competitors, no offense to you competitors, but I'm just not a fan of the division. I feel like it's just going to be end up look like women's bikini after a while. It's just what's the point of it? But I understand the reason why. But still, what's the point? But back to this. This is lovely. This hat, the stickers, this towel. It is beautiful. I might do this. Next time I go out, when I get a chance to get out of the house, which I don't get too often because I don't have a car to travel a lot, I can just go to the mailbox and, I might get, this one I will definitely get maybe a frame and put this in with my name on it. It is beautiful. It is lovely. I love it, Eunice. And also one girl, so can't forget JoJo. Shout out to her too. You're both partners in this journey with Bad Rap. I'm proud to be part of this, to be somebody who was there at the foot of this. I'm planning on going to a show in a few months. The plan was originally going to by plane, but you see all this. They really see this is a lot to get on a plane. So I'm going by train. I have to go a little day early. So I'll maybe a month before, I'll let you know what show I'm going to. I don't want to tell you right now. But again, my rule, it has to be a show that has women's bodybuilding on their lineup. I might go to show women's physique and figure or something like that, maybe. But I'm a fan of women's bodybuilding. It's a division that really got me into this, and I support it. But again, I don't want to. I cried my shirt before I cried this. But again, thank you, Eunice. Appreciate the letter. Appreciate the good, kind words. I'd like to thank everybody who support my channel, my content. To me, this is a love. This is do this. You have to love what you do, and particularly some people who think I'm a villain. Thank you. I love being the villain. I love being a particular type of criminal. I love anarchy and chaos. If you hate me, thank you. Your hate is my energy. It's my fuel. Hate me, can't hate no more because I need it. Your love, I appreciate that, but your hate, I appreciate it more because you know what? You have enough energy, not like what I'm doing, that tells me that I got you. I pique your interest, don't I? Sorry. He seeps out every now and then. I try to keep him under control. But again, this is beautiful. I'm take a couple of pictures, post on my IG and my other social media platforms. I want to thank y'all for following my channel, supporting my content. In future, I'd like to meet some more ladies and maybe do some more interviews. Shout out to just watch the Female Body Channel did a critique of the New York Pro. Those guys are pretty cool. Some things we may not agree on, but I really respect what they're doing. Shout out to AJ and JB. My man, David, he's a great guy. He drew me around in Tampa when he could. He's a busy guy. He got a life. He got things he can do. My man KL, the one, I got him shout out. Maybe someday if I get to New York, maybe we get to meet and hang out. That's something I can shoot for. If New York Pro has anybody been maybe a couple of years, I might go to New York for that reason. It's in New Jersey, so I got family that way. I might go visit. Today is my Aunt Or's birthday. She was one of my father's sisters. And she used to always call me Joe Hines. That was my great uncle. And with his hat, glasses on, I look like him. If y'all watching this, my sisters and my cousins, you remember my Uncle Joe? If I look like my Uncle Joe, just say yes. Just put a yes. So, I think motto like this. Me and Mary take after the Hines side. My sister Jean and Jane take after the Miles. My sister, Mary, and my brother Larry took after the MacArthurs. So, I take that compliment. But thank you, Eunice. Thank you, people, for my channel. Thank you for support. Thank you for the love, and for the ladies out there who like my content, support my content. I would like to have more of you come on. Tomorrow I got an interview with a lady. We hope Miss Erin Hawkins. You want to check it out. Also, my Muscle Talk Monday, we're going to do a discussion about the cost and expensive, how bodybuilding is a professional sport, but you're not making a living off of it. So if you are interested in participating in that, you can shoot me a link, and you can shoot me a request in my DM, send me your email, or I can send you straight to your DM the links from StreamYard. You want to participate in that discussion and talk about what your thoughts, how you feel being in a sport, especially in the pro part, and not really making much of a living off. We got to find ways to try to, as my man, shout out to, also the day's the birthday of my brother, Mr. Big Keith Williams. I'm going to give him a shout out too. He told me like this, sometimes you have to steal from Peter to pay Paul. But going back to this, again, shout out to the ladies of Bad Rap. They're doing good work, sponsoring athletes, helping out competitors, promoting this women bodybuilding in general, female bodybuilding in general. Thank y'all. Shout out to Jolene, shout out to Eunice, shout out to your sponsored athletes. I'm glad to have been part of this. Also check out later today my man Glenn, who I got to be interviewed a while back. He's doing an interview with Sherry Parami later. He's been a guest on my channel a couple of times. Shout out to Glenn and Sherry in the upcoming interview. We hope we see Sherry active again. Maybe give another chance to shoot for the Olympia. And always thank y'all again. Thank you so much for supporting my content, supporting me, showing me love. You love me. You really love me. And for you haters, hate no more. Because you know what? Your hate is my energy. It's my fuel. It keeps me going. So keep hating. Keep saying that guys like me, like women with muscle, are gay. Well, if I am gay, well, change my name from Don Juan to Tuan. So forget you. Anyway, again, thank you, Eunice. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, anybody who support my channel. Shout out to my brothers and sisters out there. Ladies, and also happy belated Mother's Day for the true muscle mommies out there. I want to give a shout out to that too. And this is Matt Richard Page, aka the Emperor of Feel About Talk. Don't subscribe. I'm out. And not good luck. God bless. See you next time. And again, thank you for the 5,000 followers and supporters.